Hello, MRH community. My name is Roxana Meacham, and I'm the Assistant Superintendent of the school district. And I'm here today to briefly talk to you about student reentry options for fall semester 2020. First of all, I want to thank you for your continued support. Last spring, during the closure, we worked very hard to provide virtual learning to all of our students and enable them to successfully complete the school year. We know that that situation was unusual as we worked very hard to adapt to rapidly changing conditions. I want to thank you for your feedback because your phone calls, your emails, and the time that you took to complete surveys has helped us understand a great deal about what worked for you during the closure and what didn't work so that we can make improvements. That work was invaluable to us as we have worked tirelessly to provide a substantially improved distance learning experience in scenarios where it is necessary during the current 2020 fall semester of the school year. We've heard your voices, and we know that you each have unique situations that the choices that we are forced to make impact in a variety of ways. We also know that you are having to make very difficult choices to respond to the COVID-19 crisis. This situation is hard, and the decisions have significant consequences for our students. MRH administrators have been planning throughout the spring and summer for the reentry of your students. You may have already studied the MRH reentry plan that was released at the district level recently. Detailed building plans will be released on August 3rd. These building plans outline the tiers or instructional settings that will be used at MRH to respond to community conditions related to COVID-19. The blue areas of this graph indicate what a student will experience if they remain enrolled in instruction at MRH and follow our tier plan. MRH students in this model may experience and are likely to experience both at home and on-campus instruction based on community conditions. Instructional resources will be deployed through It's Learning, our learning platform, and teachers will use a blend of in-person and distance learning strategies. Due to the high level of community transmission, our Board of Education has decided that school will start for all students in the Tier 3 setting that is part of our school district tiers plan. Throughout the semester, as community conditions improve, students in this tiers plan will move into a Tier 2 setting. This means that they will return to campus in a setting with intentional, multiple layers of protection built into the school experience. These multiple safety measures include the use of social distancing, face coverings, daily health checks, physical design changes, specialized cleaning techniques, and more. Families that choose option 1 as part of our tiers reentry plan understand and accept that students are likely to return to in-person, on-campus learning in some form during semester 1 as community conditions allow. For some families, a return to campus in person in any form may not be feasible or desirable. In this situation, a family may choose option 2, which is a semester-long commitment to an all virtual learning experience. These students would not return to campus for the entire semester, regardless of improvement in community condition. A third option, represented in yellow, that families have always had and continue to have is to unenroll their students and pursue homeschool or private school options. As I mentioned, specific building plans will be released on August 3rd. Parents are encouraged to review those plans carefully in order to make good decisions for their children. I say this understanding that this is a very difficult decision for families. I know that you also appreciate that it has been a very difficult situation for educators to manage. In order to ensure the strongest possible partnership with families and to best use district resources to meet needs, we are asking all MRH families to complete a survey indicating their choice for their child. A survey should be completed for each child, and we are asking that the survey be completed by August 10. Here's the web link to that survey, which will also be emailed to families, as well as screenshots of what you can expect when you take the survey. This survey will allow our building administrators to finalize critical purchases and plans for virtual technology, virtual course access, supplies and equipment for on-site layers of protection, and all of the other factors that will need to be in place to have a successful school year for your child. The reality of the situation is that there are additional costs that will be incurred to provide a safe and effective blended on-campus experience for students who choose option 1 and will return to campus in a tier 2 multiple layers of protection setting. Unfortunately, there are also additional costs that will be incurred for families who choose option 2 in order to provide an all virtual experience for students. Most importantly, your choice will impact greatly MRH staffing configurations. We have heard your strong support for MRH teachers and your desire for your children to learn from and interact with MRH staff. We agree that we have the best teaching staff in the state of Missouri, and we want to honor your choice. In grade 6, if you choose option 1, your child will be placed with an MRH teacher. You will start in a tier 3 at-home virtual learning environment, and as conditions change, you will return to campus. Your child will return to campus along with their teachers and classrooms in a tier 2 setting that will carefully implement safety standards and safety measures. If you choose option 2 for your child will be placed with an MRH teacher and will remain in an all virtual environment for the entire semester. Instruction will happen through special course access designed specifically for virtual interaction. You will still have access to MRH student services, food service, and other supports, even though your child will not return to campus. At the secondary level, things are a bit more challenging, because students select a wide variety of course options for which teachers must have very specific teaching certifications. As a small district, we take great pride in offering a wide variety of high-quality course offerings. This means, however, that our small staff of secondary teachers often teach multiple course offerings each semester. Logistically, we will do our best to accommodate our option 2 secondary students' virtual requests and have virtual courses monitored by MRH teachers based on schedule availability. However, because of the large number of classes and the small staff size, it is likely that students who select option 2 at the secondary level will receive some instruction through other Missouri certified teachers and coursework provided through the Missouri Course Access Program. This secondary virtual process has been in effect a long time prior to COVID-19, and the process of scheduling the specific needs of the student along with the availability of highly qualified staff is taken very seriously. It is an interactive process that would allow you to let us know of your intention to select option 2 in an all virtual environment. Then school personnel will begin to look at your child's schedule to determine what virtual options are available along with staff availability. That would be compiled on a form that looks very much like this one. And then once those forms are signed and agreed to, we would continue to work with families to figure out what other supports might be needed. Again, this virtual option is for an entire semester and will need to be decided prior to the semester start because virtual enrollment windows will need to be adhered to. In summary, if you want and plan your student to return on campus in semester 1 as soon as it is safe to do so, select option 1. Your child will be part of our MRH Tiers plan and will likely experience some on-campus learning and in an environment with multiple layers of safety protections. If you want your student to remain enrolled in MRH and to have access to MRH resources, but you do not want your student to return at all during semester 1, then please select option 2. This will place your student in the MRH Virtual Academy, and we can complete enrollment and plan for your student in an all virtual format. Finally, if for whatever reason you need to or have chosen to unenroll your child from MRH and will be pursuing your own personal educational options, please select option 3 so that we can contact you and complete the necessary paperwork. MRH staff will follow up with any parent who selects option 2 or option 3 to make sure that your paperwork is completed and your questions have been answered. In closing, we value our relationships with MRH families. Your students are why we get up in the morning and we come to work and we do what we do. Their success is critical to our mission. Together, we've done our best to provide quality educational options that are responsive to the needs of families. We know they're not perfect. We know that you will need to make thoughtful choices based on your family's unique circumstances. Whatever option you choose, please know that MRH staff members will be here to support your child. Please take time to complete the survey by August 10th, and remember, MRH is family, MRH is strong.